it out. Now we're putting in the other bag because they're making it in 2 batches.
No, one batch.
One batch, but two.
Two pours into the container.
We're not using 2 vats?
No, not using 2 vats, no.
Oh, okay.
It's just so much easier to pour out of a half bag than
Now,
a full bag.
what I do
Okay.
is pick that up, pick that bucket up,
Yeah.
pour it in there, what it'll hold. You have that on the stove. Let's say you're going to do a case, so you'll probably only end up with a couple gallons of water to start with. You're warming that 2 gallons of water up to 150. Your grain's in your turkey roaster.
And is it ground or is it
Talking home
ground? Okay.
And it's heating up while you're heating your water.
Yeah.
By the time your water hits 150, your grain's 150, take the lid off, dump your two gallons of water in it, put the lid on, and it's going to be for 60 minutes, just like we're going to do out here. But this is called steeping because it's in the bag. At home, it's called mashing because you're adding the water into the grain, not the grain into the water.
Okay.
And then after your 60-minute mash, you want to get the sugars left in that grain that was in the turkey roaster. So you scoop them out, put them in your coffee pot here, and then you've got the remainder of whatever it takes to make that 2.5 gallons.
Now, when you put that in the coffee pot, how much liquid you put in there? You fill it up?
Whatever you didn't get out of that turkey roaster.
Oh, okay.
Let's say you put 2 gallons in and you only got 1.5 gallons out. And you need 2.5, so you put another.
Enough in to make it.
Right.
That was Dr.
gallons.
Trippy.
And then it's going to sit there just like you're making coffee.
Okay.
And when it's done, put the remainder of that in your pot and start boiling. And I'll show you that as we go along.
Walk by you.
Yeah, he looked familiar. I think that's Loetz.
He comes by every once in a while.
Hello, John.
The steeping part now, 140.
So as we're doing this, we're gonna drop the bag in here. Tie it off. Don't go nowhere.
Yep. Okay.
So again, the difference between steeping and mashing, when you mash, it's because you're using all grain, okay? And instead of this being here, at home you got it in your turkey roaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
22
Yes, a 22 quart, the biggest turkey roaster you can find.
Okay.
Walmart usually has a real good one that's usually GE for about 25, 30 bucks.
Okay.
Now, these are steam fired, so there's no direct heat to them, no electric, no gas. It's steam. When I open that valve, it lets steam. It's a jacketed kettle.
Okay.
So we're leaving steam in, and you gotta know how this thing acts. It's not real responsive, you know, like if I turn that on, it don't go. And I know that's long enough to bring that temperature up in time. See, it started to rise a little bit. So this is called steeping. And again, at home, you would have had 1.5 quarts of water per pound of grain.
Now, did you steep this with a shut or open or open? At home, when you do the 22s. Pardon?
Close.
Close at home.
Because you want it
Keep
everything
maintaining
to
the
stay
heat.
right at 150.
You're getting into
And the
different
reason-
kind of heat.
Because every 10 minutes or so, you're going to be taking that lid off.
Stirring. Yeah.
And if you had anything else, you would have to play around and keep the temperatures. You have a thermostat there, and it's just going to keep it right where you're supposed to be.
Sounds good.
Now, that's how you determine how much water to mash. It's 1.5 per pound grain.
Okay.
Now, how do you determine how much grain it takes to make finished beer by the gallon? Let's start with a case because it's easy. A case of beer is 2.5 gallons.
Are you talking about the case of the 12 or 16? Or you talking about
12-ounce bottle.
12-ounce bottles.
You're making one case of 12-ounce bottles. That's 2.5 gallons of finished beer.
Okay.
So, rule of thumb is for a medium alcohol beer, you're going to have about 2 pounds of grain per gallon of finished. So you're going to have 5 pounds.
5 pounds in there.
To do that, to accomplish that.
And that's why you extended the coffee container to hold 5 or 6.
Right.
Okay.
Or get 2 coffee pots.
Okay.
Split it up.
Okay.
And what you got to remember is during this boil process, because, well, they're all in there. But anyway, our kettles are marked. Line where 15 gallon is. Well, when you're boiling for an hour, obviously you're going to boil some water off. And so if you're going to boil 2.5 gallons, and you want 2.5 liters in our garage. These guests are actually brewing. Start with 3, assuming that a gallon or half a gallon is going to boil off in the process. So basically what we're talking about here is 2.5 gallons of beer, which is a case, equals 5 pounds.
Oh, great.
And then, if you're going to steep 5 pounds of grain, then you got to consider for every pound of grain, that's going to equal 1.5 quarts of water. So basically, if you had 1.5 for 1, go times 5. So what do you got? 5, 6, 7.5 quarts? 8. Close enough. Heat up 8 quarts or 2 gallons. That's what I said earlier. And then you put that in your grain.
Okay. Yep. You got this down pretty good.
Zippy, or Father John as is. He just popped in, so that's who you're talking to. Who I'm looking at here.
And they're having too much fun here. Brewing. What's he brewing?
He's brewing. I forget what it's called, but that's not it. That's
not it.
that's Chuck's. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Rod's is down there.
All right. And where are you from?
Well, Archibald now used to be West Unity, but my husband's a chiropractor here in Bryan.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this will be great. It relaxes the muscles. It's great for patients. A beer real quick, a massage, they do much better.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All
Gonna
right.
take a peek inside. That's what it looks like after it's steeping. And you're supposed to lift the bags out every once in a while. Stuff you guys are working with?
Extract.
Extract.
It's barley malt extract.
It's almost
And
like
you were
sorghum.
telling me how much you need for whatever?
Well, we need 12 pounds, and there's 3 pounds to every quart.
So it's right up to that line there.
Right there, and that will do it.
3 pounds to every quart?
Yep. A quart of it weighs just about 3 pounds. See, it's 60 minutes, and it stays in there.
Yeah.
And then the next one's going to go in at about 15, 20 minutes, and then the last one will drop in the last 5 minutes.
When you say 15, 20 minutes, is that before the end or
Yep,
after?
before the end.
Okay.
This hop is a bittering hop. What it does is it offsets the sweetness. Now you can only imagine how sweet that word is. So you want to offset that sweetness. That's what that one does. Anything around the 30-minute range is nothing but taste. And then the last 15 is aroma.
Okay.
So that's
How many hops did you say, and what do the hops look like?
Crystal, 6 ounces for 60 minutes, and then Saz for 3 ounces for 15 minutes, and then another 1.5 ounces for the 5 minutes.
3 different bags because he
Your
has 3
six
different kinds of
first.
hops
No,
that
you
he's
gotta
putting
weigh
in
it
here,
first.
and it doesn't get ground.
Grab a handful.
And put it in here?
Nope. Put it on your.
I see.
Nope. Leave it lay right there. That's going to be anywhere from 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces. 1.7.
All of it.
Nope. This is all one hop addition at the beginning.
Okay.
And he'll do that with the other two also.
Yep, now here, let me show you something. This is how you don't get confused. This is your 60-minute first edition hop, right?
Okay.
Okay, he's done seeping the,
Yep.
this is Rod's beer here that we're working on.
Now, we've already opened up the heat, so it's going to take it from this 150 to a boil, or 212.
So now
The
it will
longer you
boil.
wait when you do that, the hotter this bag gets, so you don't dare to wait too long.
This is what it looks like after it's been seeped. These are the, what, the hops?
Nope, grains.
These are the grains.
Because you're seeing how long it's taken Chuck to get from that 150 to a boil.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to be using 3 gallons. How long do you think it takes to get 3 gallons of water to a boil?
Well, yeah, you're right. Instead of
It's
that.
quick. You know what I
Instead of-
mean?
Right,
instead of
so
the-
I missed this.
It's going to take probably 20 to 30 minutes.
I didn't have the red on, so now I got the red on. And he's done is pour his syrup in there to cause it the fermenting,
See,
to
now
make
this
the
one's about ready
head
to
on it
boil.
and stuff. They opened a valve down here and let steam in to make it go up to 210. And this just stays on there and the syrup will come out by steaming. 212. 212
Now we
degrees.
just put the second bag in here at 15 minutes to go.
What's in those bags? That malt?
Is
That,
that hop?
That's your hops.
That's the hops, yes.
yeah, 3 different kind of hops.
And this is the,
And it takes an hour for this process, and you do the one thing, the first bag, a whole hour.
yeah,
And then the second bag you put in there
about
and
15
do
minutes.
15
Last
minutes,
15
the last
minutes.
15 minutes, and
And
then
the third bag about 5 minutes before we quit.
5 minutes before we quit. It all takes an hour, it's all the same hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first bag is for the bitterness, the second bag is going to be for flavor, and then the third bag is aroma.
Very good. Rob has his hand on a handle here that he had to move, and now that allows the hot beer to come through the pipe, and it's going to go through a temperature exchanger that Chuck is running here, and it starts to fill into this sterile food quality bag. And that is where it will ferment for the next, I don't know, couple weeks? 4 weeks. It's been a very interesting process. That's going through.
If you look over here,
There it is, bubbling in there. And then it'll go into the room. No, it'll go into the refrigerated area. It'll go into the refrigerated
pull down a
area.
little bit more, add these, and let these do its thing.
It's kind of hard to see what's going on in there. And that's the end of the process for us today. It's been fun. Thank you, John, and thanks to Doug who already went home.
How about Chuck?
Chuck. Chuck. This is Chuck. He's a chemist. Yes. And birthday boy here, Rodney. Sign off for this process.